Good morning. My name is Rachel McVean. I'm here to discuss case study Parental Apathy, EDL 856, School and Community Relations. The problem identification and analysis. What do you know? Mrs. Rose is an enthusiastic new assistant principal interested in getting parents involved in the school. The current principal has no desire to work with the community. He claims that the parents want to be left alone, and Mrs. Rose sends a newsletter home to parents about a parent meeting, and only 8 parents attend this meeting. There is currently very little parent and/or community involvement in the school, and there's currently no PTO or PTA present within the school community. What do you need to know? Why is there very limited contact or involvement from the parents and the community? What happened to previous parent groups in the past? Why does the current principal have such a negative attitude toward parent, community, and school relations? And would the current principal's attitude change or improve with help from Mrs. Rose? The problem, there are several different problems within this case study. Although all the problems are important, the most important problem is the lack of community and parental support at John F. Kennedy School. Students need parental support to help them succeed. The other problem is Mrs. Rose would like to have the community and parents become more involved within the school environment, but she is experiencing little to no support from the current principal. ISLLC standard states that and Mrs. Rose wants to be a leader who promotes the success of students by collaborating with families and community members. Mrs. Rose is proving that by establishing a meeting and asking the current principal how to become more involved with the community. My plan of action with appropriate strategies, I would first want to meet with the principal and ask him if I could be in charge of developing more positive parent-community relations. I would then want to go ahead and call the parents who attended the first meeting and ask them if they would be interested in being on a school parent-community support team. I would want to send a survey home to parents asking about their interests and desires to improve communication within the school. I would periodically like to plan some type of activity or event, eventually making it an annual event, such as a back to school year hot dog roast. I think it's important to be visible and let students and parents in the community know you care about them, the school, and want what's best for their child. I think it would be important to set up new lines of communication using the radio, the school's television station, a newspaper, use Facebook, a school website, and a daily bulletin to let parents know what is happening at school. And I also think it's important to set up various forms of communication and languages spoken by parents and community members. Also, my plan of action with appropriate strategies, I think you need to get your faculty and staff to become more involved with the communication. Have a survey also for them asking how they currently communicate with parents in the community, and then you might get together with them and come up with specific strategies and goals to work on establishing better forms of communication between them and the school and the community. A resolution or promoting the success of all students. Students and parents need to feel valued, and it's very important for them to provide input how they would like better communication between the school and themselves and the community. I think, once again, it's important to be visible. Let students and parents know you're available. Once again, I think it's important that forms of communication patterns need to be developed so parents can rely on those communication patterns and they know what is happening in school. External publics such as Facebook and radio and newspaper might be used to get more parents interested in the school. Initially, start with the eight members who showed interest in a parent community school involvement and expand from that small group. And I also think it's important when you are out in the public, instigate and ask. Visit with parents, ask them what they do, where they work, initiate interaction. And when you find a parent or a group that's knowledgeable in a certain area, invite them in to come into the school, invite them to, I would say, show what they know, show a school project, or let parents know that you want them in the building. It is truly the first step towards success for every child. Reflection. What was I thinking and feeling? I felt very sorry for Mrs. Rose. She's an excited new administrator, and she knows how important it is to have good school community relations. And the principal she's working with does not really give her the support she deserves. I think the principal Mrs. Rose was working with should provide more support and help to strengthen school community relations. That's his position. And I also feel like the current principal, if he's not interested in working to the best of his ability in all areas of the school, and school community relations is a huge area within the school setting, then I think maybe it's time for him or her to move on and find a new job or career that he can have that excitement and enthusiasm once again. I would suggest, well, I wouldn't suggest, but he may want to think about moving to a new position. The unresolved issues, Mrs. Rose is very willing to work with the current principal, and I think it's important for her to visit with him and find out why he is so uncooperative about school and parent communication. I also think, why did the previous parent organization group disband at John F. Kennedy's school? That I would be curious about that. And is the lack of parental support because of previous experiences, a short amount of time between the notice of the meeting and the actual meeting? Just exactly why are parents not enthused about supporting the school? And I would be curious, will parent support increase with this new administration? Collaborating with families and community members, meeting with the parents who initially attended the first meeting, and I would want to respond to their desires for better communication. Have future activities that appeal to students and their families to get them more involved within the school community and be visible. Show students and parents that you care about the school, them, the community. You need to be available, be visible. Responding to diverse community needs and interests by setting up a survey to the wants and needs of the entire student population, setting up a survey to the wants and needs of the parents and the community, and having communication established in different languages, having communication established in various different forms via Facebook, radio, newsletters, email, texting, Twitter. You need to get the information out about the school in various forms so people know what's going on at the school. And mobilize community resource. Set up small groups First starting with those 8 individuals if they're interested, and then hopefully expanding beyond that. See if there are other organizations within the community that might be interested in forming an alliance with the parent-school communication group. Just visiting with them about different strategies for better school parent community relations, and then have community groups or individuals come into the school, give presentations, help at school events, volunteer. All of these things will help create more positive school community communications. Thank you.